Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Love Your Love Muscle, the podcast all about heart-based living, focusing from the heart-based meditation techniques and self-regulation techniques, presented by the Transformational Meditation Group and me, Seb, the founder of the group. This is a group for people that want to change their lives and the lives of others by using meditation and self-regulation techniques. I want to really dive deep into the science behind it and experience it as well. So we do both sessions locally, offline, but also around the world, and of course online as well. We also have to be online to reach out to our followers all the way from Hawaii to Australia, getting feedback from all sorts of countries around the globe, which is always nice. So if you have something you want to share with me, send me an email, contact me on Vero, on Telegram. You can try to contact me on Instagram, but I most likely won't respond because I'm almost never there. Just pushing things out there, but not really engaging with anything there because you all know my feelings about Meta and that kind of company that is and how they influence our mental health. And even if you say like, yeah, well, I'm a grown up, my mental health won't be affected by this. It's like saying I'm a smoker and I can't be bothered with the effects of smoking, as I try to say it. But smoking and smoking and meta is not something I want to talk about today. Recently, I started, or not I've started yet, I submitted an article to a very nice magazine that contacted me and asked me to write articles for them, a magazine called Brains, based in Sweden, run from Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. And they asked me to become one of their expert contributors and write articles about self-regulation, meditation, well, everything we do with the group. So the first article has been submitted. It will take some time to get it published, of course, but my Patreon supporters, they can already read the article in a few moments, actually. As this is after the recording, I will publish it together with the recording of this podcast, the video recording. So the Patreon supporters also get the video recording of this session afterwards, and they also get the article. And what is the article about? The article is about self-regulation and pregnancy. It's called A Mindful Beginning, to say it that way, this session. And what has self-regulation and pregnancy to do with each other? And is it something that is beneficial for you and your baby? Assuming some people listening to this are pregnant. Congratulations. And if you're not pregnant, it's just good information. If you can get pregnant because maybe you are a male, but you have a spouse or a partner that has been pregnant or is pregnant, this is also good for you to listen to. Let me get my notes up as well. There we go. So what's happening? I always talk about heart-brain coherence, self-regulation techniques, and especially focus on the heart and how our heart's electromagnetic field influences the world around us and other people, other living beings, even plants. Everything that lives gets affected by electromagnetic fields. And our heart is a big contributor to the electromagnetic field and the information in the electromagnetic field around the heart, which stretches several meters away from us, several feet away from us, and probably even further than that. But we have very delicate instruments, but we can't measure so far from our heart. Everything, the information in that field, the frequencies, the vibrations, the amplitudes, they affect other electromagnetic fields. That's also why if you sit on a bench in the park, for example, and somebody walks by that is very sad, negative, maybe angry, you pick up on that. because their electromagnetic field, their heart rate variability, which creates that electromagnetic field and fills that in with information, gets picked up by your electromagnetic field and thus your heart. So your heart rate changes a little bit in accordance to that other person that's walking by. The same will happen if a person is very happy, very positive. You will notice the effect spreads itself out. That's also why group meditation works so well, because we're all on the same frequency. And when the same frequencies and same amplitudes come together, the amplitudes get even bigger. So the energy gets bigger, there's more information, stronger volume, and everything becomes more, it becomes less subtle, it becomes more powerful. The effects of everything. When we're all synchronized, all think the same, all feel the same, we create a powerful electromagnetic field together, which gets even stronger influence on the world around us. So yeah. So what has to do with the baby? Well, if you have a baby in your belly, you're pregnant, of course, that baby is influenced by your electromagnetic fields. But from the heart, from your whole system, it's very strong. That's also when, for example, the HeartMath Institute did some studies on mothers that just gave birth, and they measured then the heart rate variability between the mother and the child that was in another room. And what often happens when a woman gives birth, they take the baby away, further away, and they do some cleaning the baby. And of course, they also give them some injections, draw some blood. Often that's done by the umbilical cord, but who knows. But we saw that in those studies by the HeartMath Institute that the moment the baby gets taken away from the mother for a little while and gets, for example, a vaccine or anything like that, a vitamin vaccine, the heart rate, of course, changes from the baby. The baby gets stressed out because of that. It's already a stressful situation just getting born. But that change affected the heart rate variability of the mother as well. So, and the other way around too. The mother became scared or even became very joyful or happy or anything like that. We saw that synchronizing with the baby. So that connection between mother and child is very, very strong. It even works when you're not in the same room with each other. It also works on greater distances. I've heard enough stories about the mother and her child, even if the child is a grown-up already, they still have that connection. If something happens with one of them, you feel that. You sense that, you notice that. It's either in a thought all of a sudden, or their heart rate changes nevertheless. So there is a connection between all of us all the time. Therefore, it's also very important to take care of your state of being. What do you want to contribute to the world every day when you get up? Do you want to be negative and spread that out? And do you want to be angry and frustrated and spread that out? Or do you want to spread more joy, more stability, care, compassion, happiness? So we can do the same thing when you, as a woman, you are pregnant and you want to take care of the connection between yourself and your baby. You want to make the transition from being safe in your room to giving birth, and all of a sudden you're, as a baby, out of the world. That transition is, of course, stressful, especially after you give birth for the baby. So how do you make that baby become more resilient against stress? And studies actually show the following benefits from doing heart-brain coherence, or at least a self-regulation technique during the pregnancy, but of course also after pregnancy. So first and foremost, of course, reduce stress for mom. If you're pregnant, you might feel anxiety, worry, especially if it's your first pregnancy. lots of things that have to be done, stress. So doing self-regulation techniques, mindfulness meditation, deep breathing, visualization, all those sort of things, positive affirmations, they all help reduce your own stress, but also that of the unborn child, of course, and helps again the connection between you and the baby when the baby gets born as well. So we also see in some studies improved fetal development. So actually caring, compassion, loving, caring feelings towards the baby while you do your self-regulation technique actually makes the baby become stronger, develop better as it feels it is in a safe environment to grow. Stronger mother-baby bond, I already called that out, but also preliminary research suggests that the bond between mother and child also after birth becomes better. And here the dad, the father comes in as well, because you think that you as a father will do this together with your partner, with the mother to become, and you do that together with them. You, mother and baby together, self-regulation technique, spread that joy, care, compassion. The bond between you and the mother becomes stronger, but also between you and the baby as a father. So it goes every way, every direction. So I say scientific studies in the article. I've linked to some scientific studies. Those that are my Patreon supporters, they get the whole list of the scientific studies that I used for that article as well, because we're not messing around. I know Brains Magazine wasn't very happy with references to scientific articles, just links, but I like to be more serious and really show you that there's serious study being done on mothers and on pregnant mothers and how that affects the baby-mother relationship. Okay. Yeah, I would say in the article as well, we will do a little exercise. So I'll explain what you can do, and we can do this together right now, I think. So let us get started, right? Okay. Beautiful. So if you're a mother or a father or none of the above, doesn't matter. This is just a nice exercise. If you don't have children, if you're not no longer pregnant or you're a father and you have children, for example, visualize this with your children, with your child, maybe one or all of them. And if you haven't become a father yet, you don't have any children, or you're a mother or you're a woman and you don't have any children yet, just think about a nephew, a niece, or maybe the child of the neighbors. Just you all have children in your family, right? So you can create a field for them. Okay, let's get started. Sit up straight, take a nice good deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You might want to close your eyes. Loosen your shoulders, lower your jaw. One more time, a nice deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Just relax, just settle down, right? Just become a little quiet, more comfortable, relaxed. Let the day go. Now just breathe normally, but try to breathe a little slower and deeper. A little slower and deeper. This might be difficult, especially when you, as a becoming mother, are in your late stages of the pregnancy. Breathing can become a bit of a stretch. But just try as good as you can. Just lower the frequency of your breathing. This is just to tell your body and your baby that you are in a safe place. Now also notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your nostrils or the back of your throat. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or even your tummy. Just focus for a moment on that part of your body, that point in your body where you feel your breath the most. Wonderful. Now just put your hand on your heart space, right above your heart space, and move your focus into your heart. And can you imagine that you are breathing through your heart? Just imagine the air going in and out of your chest area, through your heart. Same tempo, nice and calm. And this balances the nervous system of you and your baby even more. And if you do this as a father, you know that you will affect the baby and the mother at the same time. Your frequency, your calms, your balanced nervous system, that information carries through towards the mother and the baby as well. Now keep breathing through your heart. You might want to put your hands down if you're pregnant and put this just on the belly over the baby. And the father can join in. And for those that are not pregnant, just keep your hand on your heart space and breathe through your heart. So everybody keep breathing through your heart. Now bring to mind a feeling of love and appreciation as you breathe through your heart and having your hands over your heart or the baby. So visualize holding your baby close, feeling their warmth. Imagine their breathing. Can you feel the feeling of gratitude for your baby? Care you feel for the baby. Just fill your body with those feelings and emotions as you breathe through your heart and visualize that you're caring, caressing, and loving that little baby. If you do this for a child or a newborn, just feel that love, that care, that compassion for the child. Keep breathing through your heart. Fill your whole body with that feeling. Not only visualize, but feel it. Experience it right now. Create that inner experience. And what this does is that your body and your baby's body doesn't really know the difference between an outer experience or something that you create inside of you. Just make it as real as possible. Really go for it. Beautiful. Keep breathing through your heart. Visualize your child, your baby, either in the womb or already born. Send it that love, that compassion, that care. Maybe you can feel the amazement, the wonder of being pregnant and maybe soon giving birth. Just realize what you're doing right now because you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, taking care of your children, your child, your baby, in a way that is just perfect for them. Perfect for you, perfect for them. Creating that safe, warm, caring, loving space. Preparing them to be resilient, training their little nervous system that it's okay, that they are safe, no matter what. Beautiful. Now let's get back to the room you're in. Let's get back to any sounds in the room. Become more aware again of your surroundings. Try to hold on to that nice, warm, relaxed feeling. Beautiful. Breathe normally again. Maybe you want to move your body slowly back and forth, from side to side. Wiggle with your fingers and toes. So, yeah, when you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, if you tuned in a couple of weeks ago, I reported back from the visit I've done to Luxembourg City, and I did a outdoor session there in the park with a couple of people, a couple of participants, and one of them participants was pregnant actually, and she said afterwards like, "Wow, the baby calmed down," and that's what you might be experiencing if you're pregnant right now. You might experience as well. Maybe the baby kicks a little bit and turns around a little bit, and then quiet calms down. Um, so yeah, just try it out and feel that connection with your baby in that way. So I hope you enjoyed this. So I got one question though about what if I know that my child isn't completely healthy, and I'm worried about that, and it's just yeah stress for both the child, the baby, and the mother, of course. Yeah, this technique will help. I won't say it will help heal your baby or anything like that, though anything can happen. If you visualize and feel enough, you really have an impact on the world around you, and the impact on your body and your unborn child is very, very strong. If you continue just to visualize your baby being healthy and well in every way and feeling how you would feel if your baby gets born very healthy, in perfect health. How would you feel? You would feel grateful, right? You would feel so happy and so relieved. So create those feelings inside of you. Um, when you do this exercise, as you breathe through your heart, very important. Keep breathing through your heart as you do that, and make that inner experience so intense. Like it's the more intense you make it, the more real you make it for yourself and your baby. And really, that it's not a joke. It's not like playing theater or anything like that. It really is changing everything on a subatomic level, uh, because everything is energy, everything is information. The tiniest bits of an atom are actually just energy. It isn't matter. It is just all energy. It's all information, and we can change that. Power of thought, the power of our feelings is energy. So we can change energy. Can change energy. Information can override other information. So as long as you believe that, and you have to believe it because it's true, whether you believe it or not, it's just the way quantum physics and nature of reality works. So you're better off just believing it, because we've done lots of experiments since the 1920s, and we're still doing it, and we're still getting the confirmation that, yeah, thoughts and feelings and emotions do affect the world around us, do affect the building blocks of our reality. So if you have an issue, if your child, your baby isn't healthy, uh, and you're worried about it, and maybe you yourself are having trouble during your pregnancy, do these techniques, uh, and do them with full commitment. Really go for it. Don't be like, I'm just going to try it out, and I mean, really go for it. Just focus on it. It's what I've experienced myself as well. The moment you're like, yeah, let's just do it, nothing really happens. But if it really becomes real, like, oh, now I really have to, I really want to change, then the magic happens. So yeah, go for it, and let me know. Keep in touch. Contact me if you want help. Maybe you want to contact me for a private session. That's fine too. And we can go into the details of this. All right. I want to conclude with that. Again, Patreon supporters, if you're watching live now, you will find the recording of this session in an hour or so on the Patreon site. And you will find the article either today or tomorrow as well, before it gets published. And if it gets published, if it doesn't get published, at least the Patreon supporters have it and can review it and look at it. Okay, have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and day. Be safe, and I hope to see you back next time. Take care. Namaste.